Over the past few years, one trend has completely changed how brands build trust online, and that's UGC or user generated content. Think about it. When you're about to buy something, do you trust a polished brand ad or a real customer sharing their experience? UGC works today because it's authentic. It helps brands build credibility, social proof, and customer loyalty. But the key problem with it is in terms of, say, collecting, organizing, and turning the customer content into something usable for marketing. And that's done manually. So in this video, I'll show you how to fully automate UGC content creation using N8n. Right from collecting the photos and feedback to turning them into ready to post Instagram content. So let's quickly see how to do this. Now, when we first go on to see the workflow that we have built, there are two parts to it. One is when we are triggering a UGC request, wherein as soon as an order gets delivered, okay, we have a webhook connection with the ERP. It can be either a Shopify or any OMS that you have, where you manage your orders or your deliveries and get updates over there. So as soon as that status changes to delivered, what we are doing is we are sending an email to the customer stating that, hey, thank you for the recent purchase, and say we would love to see how you are enjoying it, or if you can share a few photos of how the product looks like and your feedback towards it. Wherein then we'll be attaching a form link over here. Now, next, once say we have put in this request, we would want the customers to also fill in those forms. So what we have done over here as part of the starting of the automated workflow for content creation is we have that form created. So as soon as that form gets triggered, we have the complete output in place. So as you can see over here, how does the form look is we are taking in basic details like the name of the person or the customer, the order ID, what was the product that they purchased, their feedback, and also in terms of, say, getting the image or the video that they have shot. So it can be, say, sort of an unboxing video or a quick product snapshot that, see, this is how it looks on my hand if it's a watch or anything else. And finally, what we are doing to create a hook for the customers is we are telling them that, say, for example, if you fill this, we might give you a reward, or you might get a reward in terms of, say, a certain percentage of discount on your next purchase or something like that. So this sort of ensures that the customer, one, is happy to submit this form and at the same time get something in return as well. So as you can see over here, we have output wherein we have that data created and we have, say, the form filled by one of the customers. What happens next is we are checking whether there is a file uploaded to it or not, and if it is uploaded, then we are putting it on a Google Drive for us to keep it organized. Now, once this data is put onto the Google Drive, we'll have a drive link that gets created, and all of that data we are then storing in a Google Sheet to track. So this is wherein we are keeping a complete track of all the forms that get filled, and at the same time we are ensuring that it is in an organized structure. Then what we are doing is we are using an AI agent to build the content based on, one, the feedback that is shared and the image or video that is shared by the customer. So as you can see, in terms of an input, what are we taking is the product, the customer feedback, and the name of the customer to make it more personalized. In terms of the requirements for us to create that particular prompt, what are we saying is that, one, it needs to be friendly, it needs to be playful tone. So we are setting a sort of tone over here, a brand tone over here, to ensure that the kind of caption that gets created is aligned with what we want to post. See, once you have these guidelines mentioned over here, all you need to do is just put in a message over here stating that particular AI agent needs to act as a social media content expert who specializes in terms of creating Instagram captions, because that's the objective for us today. And we have integrated OpenAI's chat model over here to build that for us. So as you can see, for the content that we had submitted, we have a complete output over here. So as we see over here, what did the customer say? That the product was a watch and the feedback was that it's a great watch. The person loved the dial color and the strap. It's just a one-liner feedback, but we have expanded that into a complete copy. Then what we are doing is that we are preparing a proper message that can be sent to the internal team for approval, wherein we are mapping every single thing in a proper structure and then using Slack to send that notification. So here our Slack node has the exact block-wise data as to what needs to be sent and to whom. So this is how the output looks like on Slack, wherein we have, say, the UGC submission, the name and details of the customer. We have the media file attached over here, and at the same time the AI generated content. Now all the marketing team needs to do is just review this. If they find that the image or the video is really well shot, then they can just simply post this by copying the content and using the image from their drive. So this is how the entire journey of UGC content creation can be automated using N8n. And one of the most important thing as to doing this is not just from an automation standpoint, but it's a way to scale authenticity as well. So if you're say a D2C brand or working in marketing, this kind of workflow can completely change how you approach content. And if you found this useful, I'll be sharing more such workflows like this. So stay tuned. And thank you so much for watching this one.